afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Happy Monday to you guys. It is a wonderful day to start the week. Beautiful Monday it is. I'm happy and blessed to be here. And you know what time it is? It's news time. And in your news, the bullets rain down on the avenue. Police are at Arapita Avenue, Woodbrook murder scene. The Woodbrook police station is around the corner from where the shooting occurred. The shooting happened outside Properting Grill Hub between Fitz and Maury Street. The deceased is said to be a man from the Move On community who was shot inside a silver Hyundai. His car number was PEE 2853. Witnesses report hearing approximately 20 shots fired. This is a developing story that will be updated as additional information becomes available. In more news, residents of Cleaver Heights, Arima, are facing a garbage crisis after the HDC stopped garbage collection for 8 days, creating health hazards. The service was suspended without notice. This came after HEC Chairman Faraz Khan announced plans to cut contracts with 50 maintenance providers by year's end due to financial mismanagement. On December 5th, the Tunapuna Piarco Regional Corporation intervened to remove the waste, but can only assist through December due to a $4 million budget cut. Other HEC communities, including those in El Dorado and Maloney Gardens, are also struggling with overflowing bins and pests. The Tunapuna Regional Corporation Chairman Josiah Austin warned that the garbage crisis is spreading as HEC contractors have walked off, and sanitation contracts are set to end on December 31st. He emphasizes that the Tunapuna Regional Corporation's budget is insufficient to cover all affected areas, with at least 20 other developments facing similar challenges. In further news, police said that residents of Eastern Main Road in Sangre Grande, Chiquito, heard several gunshots around 2:55 p.m. on Friday and saw a Toyota Axio reversing along the main road while a silver wagon pursued it. The driver of the Axio slammed into a building near Sand Road, bringing it to a stop. Police said the silver wagon then also stopped and 2 masked men got out, one armed with a shotgun and the other with a 9mm pistol. The gunmen opened fire on the Axio, hitting all 3 occupants multiple times. After the shooting, the gunmen fled the scene. Residents found 2 men outside the car with gunshot wounds, while Micah Anisette was discovered in the back seat, having been killed on the spot. The 2 injured men were taken to Sangre Grande Hospital for treatment and remained there as of last night. His father, trade union leader Michael Anisette, said he has accepted his son's death, noting that Michael was a father of 2 and a wheelchair user, and described coming to terms with the loss as part of his ongoing life journey. He said that life is a journey beyond our control and people must learn to accept difficult events, grow from them, and become stronger. He spoke about the role of spirituality and belief in ancestors as the sources of guidance and protection. He acknowledged that no one is perfect, including his son, and that experiencing loss is part of his life that all families face. He also reflected on the blessings of having a large family, including 12 children and several grandchildren. More with news. While many families were preparing for Christmas, a Laramie family is now mourning after a fiery crash on the Solomon Hochoy Highway near Gasparillo claimed the life of 50-year-old Dennis Nehora. On Sunday, police said details of how Nehora, a father of 2, ran off the road are still under investigation. According to the initial reports, around 1:30 p.m., Nehora was returning from a gym in Gasparillo and had just merged onto the southbound lane of the highway when he apparently lost control of his Mitsubishi Lancer. The vehicle veered off the highway into nearby bushes and burst into flames, prompting fire officers to extinguish the blaze. Nahora's body was later found badly burnt inside the wreckage. Fire officers later extinguished the blaze, after which Nahora's badly burnt body was discovered. As police and fire officers addressed the scene, distraught relatives stood along the road confronting each other. Guardian Media, who we got our pictures from, understands that Nahora was married for 19 years and lived in Laramine. A district medical officer viewed the body, which was later removed by undertakers from Nicholas and Sons Funeral Home, pending an autopsy. Investigations into the incident are ongoing. And internationally, 2 gunmen who killed 15 people at Bondi Beach in Sydney on Sunday have been named in local media as Sahid Akram, 50, and his son Naveed, 24. Police earlier confirmed the gunmen were father and son. The older man died at the scene while his son is in critical condition in the hospital. The shootings targeted Jewish people attending a Hanukkah event. The victims include a 10-year-old girl, the British-born rabbi, a retired police officer, and a Holocaust savior. Here's what we know about them so far. The father of bystander Ahmed Al-Hamed, who was filmed wrestling a gun of an attacker, tells the BBC he was driven by conscience and humanity. The gunman had reportedly pledged allegiance to the Islamic State group, while the flags were reportedly found in their car. Here's everything we know. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says the attackers were not part of a terror cell, but clearly they were motivated by this extremist ideology. And that's all for your news today. We'll be right back with more Bridging the Gap.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Hi, I'm Zalisa Budu Singh Rupani, and I'm inviting you to join me for Conversations with Zalisa right here on Real TV. It's not just another talk show, it's a space for real stories, real insight, and real impact. We cover it all: health, law, parenting, relationships, drug and substance abuse, mental health, social issues, and so much more, with expert guests who help bring clarity to life's most important questions. So whether you're looking to be informed, empowered, or simply inspired, this show is for you. Weekdays at 10 a.m. with repeats on Real TV.
Macon Construction Company Limited. Save big whilst building stronger. We build with our Macon innovative building systems, which provides high wind speed, earthquake, sea blast and fire resistance, is thermally and acoustically insulated, provides improved construction timelines and cost savings. We provide construction services from design to finish and everything in between. Macon Construction Company Limited. Building green today with tomorrow's technology. Contact or visit us today.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
So we are back on this Bridging the Gap today, and today is a very intense topic. And the reason why I say it is an intense topic is because of what people experiencing today. Even before, but today it is worse than other years prior. I hope everyone had a beautiful weekend. I did have a wonderful weekend. It was jam-packed. As I told you all yesterday, we went to do Christmas carols / parang with the elderly people in the Belmont community. We also went to All Saints Hall, and we sang for those in the All Saints home for the age. So that was a beautiful experience. This weekend was full of charitable work. It was tiring at the same time, but today I feel fulfilled. I felt like if I achieved something over the weekend. So that's just a little touch, a highlight of my weekend and the beautiful things that we did in the community. So the topic that I want to talk about is something that a lot of us, thousands of us are experiencing. And this is not only by one section of people, but as well as young people as well, are being affected by this particular situation, and that is unemployment. We have a lot of young people at home that cannot get a job because whatever you probably studied in school, it is, to go out there, it is oversaturated. It is difficult to get a job in the field that you study. And a lot of young people now, even though they went to school and they studied this, they have to find something else to do because of the amount of people that are employed and not enough employment for them at this point in time. And then we have a serious situation. And that serious situation is the thousands that have been unemployed for the past few months. That now it was difficult for them to, some of them who have to pay rent, some of them who have children, who have to send their children to school, some different things like that, buying school supplies, difficult. And then now we're in the Christmas season and they can't enjoy it because it's difficult for you to get a job right now and now you're unemployed. And this section of people, I'm talking about unemployment across the board. Don't get me wrong. Unemployment across the board. But this particular section, it is very saddening to know that they were under turmoil for back to school and now they're under turmoil for Christmas. And I just want to do a little recap on how this situation, how these people felt knowing that when they went to work the next day, they were given termination letters. So let's take a look at that.
Just put back all them contract and everything, everybody happy. One side can be happy and the next side what?
And if they find it so
What are we looking?
if they find
How
it,
quick you all could get back, get people to work in something, do something. If it is make up something again on the roadside to clean, just to bring that little money. Christmas coming just now. You know, trenders feel without a gift, without a toy, you know, you could still pass a smile on a child's face. You could still buy a ham for $100. You might get 2 hams somewhere. So it's just to get a little money coming in. Yeah.
Just put back all them contract and everything, everybody happy. One side can be happy and the next side watch.
And if they find it so
What are we
tight,
looking?
if they find
How
it,
quick you all could get people to work in something, do something. If it is a make up something again on the roadside to clean, just to bring that little money. Christmas coming just now. You know, trenders feel without a gift, without a toy, you know, you could still pass a smile on a child's face. You could still buy a ham for $100. You might get 2 hams somewhere. So it's just to get a little money coming in. Yeah.
So you see, this is just one small group talking about how they're going to have a very grim Christmas. Things already so hard. Times hard right now. If you walk into a grocery store, long time you could have gone into the grocery and spent $500 and get a whole month's supply. That's a long time. A whole month's supply of groceries to sustain, not buying ham, lamb, and jam, but to get necessities. It was so easy at those times. Now if you go to the grocery, just to buy, sometimes you have to cut back on certain things. And your grocery bill is $18,000, $1,800, sorry, $1,500. Just to sustain your family. So now being in a predicament like this, a lot of people are going to see a sad Christmas. A lot of people are going to have a very grim Christmas. And these are the things that we always have to talk about it. It is a very serious thing. So we're going for a break, and when I come back, when we get back here, I'm come to giving you all the facts. We'll be right back.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Are you reliable, self-motivated, a good communicator, and experienced in sales? Then Good Price Wholesalers is the right opportunity for you. We are looking for individuals to join our sales team in Central and South. Applicants must have their own vehicle, sales experience, good communication skills, and a strong work ethic. If you're ready to be part of a committed and professional team, we want to hear from you. Visit us at number 5 La Pastora Road, Santa Cruz, or call 338-9884 for serious inquiries.
I'm Smith. Have you ever wondered what a man is thinking? Have you ever wondered why a man does what he does? Well, join us on our new show called A Man's Perspective, right here on Real TV on Mondays 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., where we discuss just that. The points, the clues to get into a man's mind, right here on Real TV, bringing reality to you.
Ready to take your sales career to the next level? If you have a passion for connecting with clients, building meaningful relationships, and delivering results, we want you on our team. Join a dynamic, motivated environment where your experience matters, your ideas are valued, and your drive defines your success. Step into a role with real opportunity. Join the sales team at Real TV, where your future begins.
Call us today at 2926470 or WhatsApp us at 3847142. You can also send an email to realtv.corporate@gmail.com.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
All right, welcome back. So as I said before, we will bring some facts. But I want to play this video for you. And I want you to get more in touch of before I go into the facts of the information I have here. Take a...
Former CPAC workers say they remain in limbo following the termination of over 300 contracts due to alleged irregularities. And while they support an audit, they wanted to know when they will be rehired.
Landlord coming by the door. Landlord knocking on your door. You can't afford to pay rent. They're putting all your stuff at the side of the road. That is embarrassment. You mad, as you now said, the pending investigation, we will get rehired. We will get rehired. We cannot say, landlord, we're going to get rehired. You could wait a month or 2 or 3. How long is that?
And as they sought answers from CPAP officials today, security officers locked the doors on the workers and the media. The former workers called for the audit to be completed quickly and for immediate rehiring ahead of the new school term.
They say that we will be rehired, but when? If they could tell me again 1 month salary, after that 1 month salary, what you'll be telling me again?
I want to know when will we be getting back the CPAP work and how soon and how sure this is for us, because, you know, it's not affecting me alone, it's affecting, right now you could see how many people it have here it's affecting.
Former contractor from Fifth Company Maruga, Crevero Piper, admitted to political campaigning prior to receiving his contract, but he maintained the terminations were unfair.
All of us was campaigning for political party.
He warned that legal action could follow if the matter is not resolved. Leader of government business Barry Padarath revealed last week that the contracts were terminated because due process was not followed. He says hundreds of contracts were issued before elections without cabinet approval. Radhika De Silva, CNC3 News.
So that was just a little insight. You know, a little reminder. Today's Memory Monday. A little reminder of the unfortunate situation that happened to these people. And one of them made a very, very good statement. What are you going to tell your landlord? Because now some of these people who are renting, when Uncle Sam knock on your door, you can't tell Uncle Sam wait, you know, because Uncle Sam don't want to hear wait. So this is the unfortunate thing that is going on. This is just a touch. Just touching base on that. Because my heart really go out to these people. And unemployment mid-2025, 22,600 persons were unemployed with a 3.8 unemployment rate. So you hear that? Projected public sector cuts around November 2024 plans were announced for about 30,000 public sector job reductions in 2025 as part of, you know, their measures. Overall picture, the total number of people losing job isn't just about unemployment. It includes job displacement and creation, making final numbers complex. In a short summary, expected a mixed picture for 2025 with significant public sector job cuts potentially offset by activity in other sectors, leading to fluctuations in the overall employment numbers as the year concludes. So, the overall number for CPEP workers who lost their jobs were 11,000 of them, which was 336 community-based environmental protection and enhancement program contracts were cancelled. European forestry, 5,000 are now unemployed. Forestry, 5,000 again. Another report stated 400 European workers were initially fired in September. So, we have all this number, this amount of people on the breadline. Don't know how they're going to make ends meet because of the unemployment and because of businesses have to pay increase in taxes. It is very difficult for them to hire extra workers. Hence the reason they're more lean to the migrants, because they know they don't have to pay the amount of money that is regulated for citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. So now, those that are unemployed will not be able to get a job in a grocery, won't be able to get a job in a Chinese store, because the amount of migrants now that are working in these establishments causes citizens who now are unemployed to get a job. Because the minimum wage is something that the businesses, they try to refrain from paying. So they pay the migrants what they can, and the migrants are contented, they take it. And mind you, I must say they work very hard. But it creates a negative for those that are unemployed and those that are newly unemployed. But we're going back to the young people as well. Young people, and I will talk for myself. I studied very hard and did business administration. Studied very hard. Day in and day out. Sometimes I used to be crying because when you're studying and you're doing a thesis is something that, let me tell you something, if you didn't have a strong mental, it could send you mad. And after studying for so long, and time for me to get a job as I finish school, I can't get no work. After studying, there are lots of young people out there who big book, home, you know, can't get a job. We have a lot of educated young people that are home today. Because finding a job right now is difficult. Young people going through it, where they have to resort to. I know a young lady who I went to secondary school with, and she has a degree in business management. And you know where she's working? In a clothes store with her degree in business management. Nothing is wrong with working in a clothes store because you're making an honest dollar. But she, when I went into the clothes store and I saw her, I say, hey, what were you doing? Yeah, I think you're working. She said, yeah. She said, girl, imagine. I went to school, study hard. And look where I had to resort to. I said, but girl, you're making an honest dollar, but you say, I know you know. But you say, I feel like if I study in vain. And plenty young people tend to get very discouraged because you're going out there to study, and when you're done beat your book, you're home. Sit down with a degree, looking pretty in a plaque. That is what young people are going through right now with unemployment. And then the next thing too, this is something I don't understand, and I want people, I find I never understand that. You now finish school, you're going to look for a job, but here what they say, must have experience. How you want me to get experience? We have to work to get experience, eh? We have to work in the same field to get the experience. And most job places do that. Because they don't want to take the time and spend the money to train you. But how do you expect these young people to gain experience when most of these job places, all they have is must have experience, 5 years experience, 2 years experience. But how you want them to get experience? How you want them to get experience when you don't want to train? So then I thinking to myself that I need to have an institution where you have to go to training. After you're done study, you have to go to training. That is the only solution I have in my mind concerning that, you know, because I cannot believe plenty of these job places. It is ridiculous. How do you want them to gain experience when you do not want to train? But then they need a training institution. That is why a lot of young people are home today. Because they don't have the experience. They have the degree and the associate and the certificate, you know. They have it. But they don't have the 1 year, the 2 year, the 5 year. Plenty of them asking for 5. I went through some job specs the other day, and I said, how they expect us to gain experience when they don't give us a chance? Because of cutbacks, they don't want to train. They don't want to train. Because remember, if you have to train, you have to pay a facilitator. That is time and money. We have too many young people with so many accolades and can't get a job. It is very unfair. I have a video there with a young lady. She spoke about it, youth unemployment. We're going for a break, and when we come back, we will get into that video. Stay tuned.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us. I am Zalisa Budu Singh Rupani, inviting you to join me for the rebirth of Apne Sitare, Our Stars, a vibrant and spectacular show celebrating the incredible local talents of the sons and daughters of Trinidad and Tobago. Experience the beauty of our culture through singing, dancing, and musical performances as we keep the arts alive and shining bright. Tune in right here on Real TV every Sunday from 1 p.m. for Apne Sitare, Our Stars. See you there. You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
welcome back to Bridging the Gap. And I have that video as we're talking about youth unemployment. Too much of our young people out there. And they can't make $1. Things tough. I know plenty young people. Even if you don't have a degree or what, they have a certificate and a skill. And they're packing groceries. When you hear a lot of young people, that's why a lot of young people now going to start to be content creators. Because that's how they're making a little money on the side. We have plenty young people who's content creators now because the only way, when you gain a little popularity, you get sponsorship from local things like that, do advertisements and whatever, because you can't get a job out here. So I have this video for you all, and I want you all to really listen to the struggles of young people.
If you're in the Caribbean right now and you're feeling stuck, maybe you've studied hard, graduated, and still can't land a job, you're not alone. Youth unemployment is high across the region, and many talented people are underpaid or working outside their field. But here's the thing, your degree doesn't have to limit you. With the right strategy, you can create opportunities locally, regionally, even abroad. And that's where I come in. I help Caribbean professionals like you align your skills with real opportunities. Whether it's building a freelance career, exploring global options, or planning the next step of your journey, I am here to help you. Why? Because I was once where you at. And I've gone through the channels, I've lived it, I've experienced it, and now I'm here to help you. Because I wish I had someone to help me back then when I started. You don't have to keep waiting for the system to change. You can take control of your future. So schedule a consultation with Boldly Beyond Borders and let's map out your path to success.
And that's the thing. You're stuck with a degree or you're stuck with a certificate, and I don't only want to use the word degree because it's have a lot of people who are skilled and have certificates and their credentials in whatever skill that they did. Either mechanics, fiber optics. There are a lot of skilled people out here and sit down home with that skill. Young people home with that skill. That is why I always say, you see, entrepreneurship is an important thing. Because if you cannot get a job and you have a skill, but the thing is now they're not even giving small loan again. Try a credit union, something, but start off small. It could be even in your home. You could even start it off from home. And build your brand. Create a brand, your brand and build your brand. I could talk because I went through the same struggles as well. I went through the same struggles, studying and unemployed. Where I myself started to find little outlets to create, bring in revenue to me. Because every time, thousands and thousands of resumes are being sent out on a daily basis. Now it is at your fingertips because they have different employment agencies online. So now you don't have to go and beat pavement. Some places you do. Some places you have to send in your resume, hard copy. So now it is at your fingertips and thousands of resumes are being sent out on a daily basis, an hourly basis. And a lot of young people do not get a response. They don't get a response. And now since the pandemic, a lot of businesses has closed up. A lot of businesses are closed their doors. the predicament that going on to this big massive company in not Couva, Claxton Bay, where a lot of people will be unemployed until further notice. This massive big business place has to temporarily close their doors to workers because of the struggles that are going on out here. And now these workers who were in the mine telling themselves they're going to eat ham, lamb, and jam. But now it's wind pie and nothing chops them have to eat for Christmas. The way how things have taken a change, a turn of events, a lot of people are unemployed. If you walk through Port of Spain, you will see how empty these walk-through malls are. Businesses are closed, their doors that was open for years. But because of high prices in tax, when we had the pandemic, and now this tax raise, they no longer can't even sustain their own selves as business people. But they have to close the doors, and now your workers are unemployed. These are the things that people have to go through. Our unemployment rate is 3.8 now. 3.8. Youth unemployment is 11%. How ridiculous that number is. Our youth employment is 11%. That is to tell you the devastating case that we are encountering in our country. And people that say that's why you see them going out to rob. That's not an excuse for you to go and commit crime. You committing crime because you're stupid. But now people are resorting to doing jobs that they don't want to do, but they have to do it because they have to see about their children. They have to see about themselves. They have rent to pay. Some people have a car note to pay. It has some landlords that might have a kind heart. And then it has some landlords that don't want to hear that. And then now you are put out on the streets, as one of them said before. You're evicted from your homes because you no longer, and it have some people who pay rent have nowhere to turn to it. They have nowhere to go. So now they're moving from pillar to post. And to be unemployed at this time frame, from the beginning of the school term to Christmas, you just call that banger season. Anytime October is banger season. January is banger season. So imagine we have to go through things like that. And there are some things you could do, you know. With unemployment, I want to educate you on what you can do. Budgeting. We have to start a budget. Track your income versus essential expenses. Focus on rent, food, utilities, insurance. Because these are the things that you need. unemployed people, only unemployed and only living better than me and everybody else in here, you know. And never unemployed person that have money to fet. I never see an unemployed person that have money to go out all inclusive. I can't even go out all inclusive. I wouldn't even go and spend money to go out all inclusive. Because I have better things to do with my money. I'd rather walk in a school and pay $2,000 to do a course than go in a fet. I hear people calling me walking away, me and the money things hard. But as Carnival reach, all in a $2,700 fet, how will they end up there? We only get the money. And then bowling in and Trinidad, hey, some of we good, we in easy, you know, we good in we pants, you know. Some of all unemployed and the avenue full all year. We only get money. You hear how much I bear now? It be expensive. I told my producer today, I said I'm having a sip and paint. Come and sip by me and come and paint my house. But he said, how we doing a sip and paint? I said I buy one shandy and a sip pass because shandy and beer and thing expensive. Sip pass. Everybody take a sip and pass it along and put it in the fridge for it to keep cold. But not these young people. A stout is $25. But lavish. We're going for a break and when we come back we have more on unemployment. Stay tuned.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us. 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 You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Get ready to party with a purpose. The GMVS Community Parent Support Group presents Party with a Purpose, the Cooler Fete, fully AC activated and sailing aboard the Harbor Master on Friday, December 12th, 2025. Boarding starts at 7:30 p.m. We sail from 8 to 11 p.m. and it's just $250. Bring your cooler and your crew, but remember, no glass and no firearms. It's good vibes only as we party for a cause. Music by DJs Doll, Smalls, and Chunks, featuring Rihanna Gopal, Amit Suknanan, Rishi Singh, Suresh Miraj, the original Pumping in the Sandman, and Tracy D. For tickets, call Crystal at 379-9248. That's Party with a Purpose, the Cooler Fete. Cool vibes, warm hearts, and all for a good cause.
When security matters most, choose Catch Security Services Limited. We are proudly approved by the Ministry of Homeland Security. We protect your home, business, community, and much more. Our services include professional baton and armed officers, specialized K-9 units, mobile patrols, secure cash pickups, secure transport, and pepper spray applications and supply coming soon. Don't wait. Secure your assets now. Contact Catch Security today. Call 622-6601, email info@cssl-tt.com, or visit our office at 30-32, Saddle Road, Maraval.
I am Avinash Singh, former Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries. I will be hosting the next Harvest, a forward-looking agricultural TV series exploring innovation, resilience, and opportunity across the Caribbean farming landscape. Join me right here on Real TV every Wednesday at 9 a.m. with repeats. See you soon.
You're viewing Real TV, ultimate in programming. Thanks for choosing us.
Welcome back. So we're talking about unemployment. So we're touching on the different specs. It's have some people who are unemployed because they choose to be unemployed. And that's what they just call laziness. Some of them like to be home because they're lazy. They wouldn't get up and invest in a worker and go and look to cut somebody's grass because they rather sit down home, play a game, in bed whole day, they take a bath. They sit down there, pyong game. That we call workless unemployment. And then it's the females who don't want to work because they're looking for a helping hand. I just call them helping hand. Some of them females that want to be home. But when the month come, the nails well done, they hear well the lace front, you know them thing that they stick down and put the fake baby here? Me ain't know them business. You hear well done with lace front, eyelashes, and toes pretty. But they walk in a place. Because why? They want helping hand. The hand always out like tight skin. We have that kind of unemployment. Because some of all the young people, like all they allergic to working. Like it just give all a rash. Some of the fellas allergic to working and always changing jobs like the clothes. They call workless unemployment. I know a particular person, very close. Every time I saw him in a jersey with the work logo. And then the next 2 weeks I see him home. And then 2 weeks again or a month again, I see him with a next jersey with a different logo. And so it was going. But homeboy just didn't like to go and work. So he couldn't keep a job because he just didn't like to go out and work. But he did not have a choice because he had children to see about. And when the courts come and knock your door, you have to make sure you have your money. That comes under worthless unemployment. Thank God now he's delivered. And he has a job holding it down for a very long time. Thank you, Lord. But they just are lazy, worthless people that don't like to work. And you know what make it worse? The government must mind them. They must get mine from the government. The government ain't gave me nothing. The government ain't doing this to me. Go and look for work and stop being worthless, unemployed. But I have a nice video to show for you all. You're not to like, not the mood. And I said, this is what I needed to play today as well. So if you can play this video.
Hey, get up. Get up, get up, get up. Upon Chumele looking like a bum. A B-U-M. You know what is that? A bum? I hope no woman talking to you. Look at all the food and things. Mommy, I still eating the food, man. Beautiful girl. I go eating later. Chumel, this real disgusting. Underneath your foot black like charcoal. What's the big mug you drinking and you can find a cup? Nah, mommy, I wasn't finding no other cup. I had to drink from I put on my foot with Ezekiel. I go and put on my foot with you, Jamel. Your work's no way, your draws no pay, you're unemployed. Get up for me, get up. Look at that vest you have on. If your vest bust up, so your boxers definitely pull on your pants for me. Jamel, your boxers just go to church more than you. Look how holy that is. Jamel, get out my house for me. Get out until you find out what. Yeah, but mommy, what want to eat? Yeah, Potom can find food outside. You can find food too. Get outside for me. Get. Go. Yo, who certified scoop? Go and find out work there. I'll never forget this, my mom.
Listen to me. If you really have people outside like that, eh? Whole day they in bed. And just lie down on a couch. Waiting for somebody to mind them. They wouldn't get up and look for a job, but want to blame society. I want to blame the government. I understand that I have to look for a job, you know. But just like everybody else, all these young people fighting every day to gain employment. You just sit down there, wouldn't send out a resume. Half of them don't even know what a resume look like. That is what you call worthless unemployment. So this is the next thing we can do as well. Cut costs. Reduce non-essentials. Like entertainment, like what I was talking about. Partying running away. It always affects. It always align. If you ain't have no money, stay home. You're not working nowhere. And this is a reality. Because right now, as I told somebody earlier today, the money funny and the change strange. The unemployed ain't have no money, but you always want to go online. Dining out. We have to cut down on things like that. Defer large purchases. You ain't bound for Jordans every month. You want to look fresh to do what? To stay home? To be unemployed? And young people, let me tell you something. No man, ladies, no man don't like a worthless woman, eh? Who wouldn't want to go and look for a job? It have some men I know very old school. They're on the traditional side. They rather their wives or their wives to stay home. I know a few young people like that who believe in this traditional way. But reality is, no man at all don't want no woman that's worthless. That would rather stay home, do nothing, not elevate job, build yourself, and then every month you're expecting. And men, no woman, not even me, because I might not know nobody boy child. Why my friend is like that, Bob the Builder? Yeah, I'm not looking for a Bob the Builder. Sometimes things happen where you work and you lost your job and you're going through a phase. That is something different. But you're still trying to get back on your feet. Rome wasn't built in a day. Everybody go through struggles. So it is understandable if I have somebody, a significant other, and he falls short and he lost his job. I don't mind. But you see, when you just want to be home, don't want to go and look for work, but expecting a woman to take care of you, mind you, because you want to be worthless. No woman don't want that. No sensible woman. Let me rephrase that. No sensible woman want that. And no sensible man want a woman like that. So what we can do as well with, and this is for those that were recently unemployed as well, contact creditors, arrange interest-only payments or temporary deferrals on mortgage and loans. So those are things that you can seek to do. Protect insurance. Ask about using cash value or premium waivers for life insurance if needed. Avoid letting policies lapse. So we're pausing for our calls. We're going to pay some bills, and when we come back, we'll continue.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Hi, I'm Zalisa Budusing Rupani, and I'm inviting you to join me for Conversations with Zalisa right here on Real TV. It's not just another talk show, it's a space for real stories, real insight, and real impact. We cover it all: health, law, parenting, relationships, drug and substance abuse, mental health, social issues, and so much more, with expert guests who help bring clarity to life's most important questions. So whether you're looking to be informed, empowered, or simply inspired, this show is for you. Weekdays at 10 a.m. with repeats on Real TV.
Macon Construction Company Limited. Save big whilst building stronger. We build with our Macon innovative building systems, which provides high wind speed, earthquake, sea blast and fire resistance, is thermally and acoustically insulated, provides improved construction timelines and cost savings. We provide construction services from design to finish and everything in between. Macon Construction Company Limited. Building green today with tomorrow's technology. Contact or visit us today.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Right, so we're just doing giving you the what I research facts on how, with unemployment and how can you sustain yourself as an individual being unemployed. These are guidelines, these are good guidelines for you. They also have unemployment grants. And I am not sure, and that is something that I should have looked for, but I know you can apply for unemployment benefits and inquire about social welfare grants. So you have like the food card, housing, medical. I'm not sure if the food card is still, they're still using the food card at this point in time. I don't know if it's still up and running, but that is something that you can call the social welfare office and find out. Because this is for you all now who recently lost your jobs in URP, CPEP, forestry, these different places that now, even HEC, I think 100 and something persons or more than that, I could stand corrected, lost their employment. So these are the avenues now that you have to take. Yes, it is difficult that you have to face the reality that this is what is going on. This is what you are experiencing as an individual, as a person that just lost their job, and you're under frustration. You're under heavy frustration. So this is some things that that can be beneficial to you and your home, where you can find out if there's a food card. If you are displaced, there's always the department for the displaced. Those that cannot get somewhere to live. I think in my time when I was there, where they had a department for the displaced people, where situations like that happens, where I think they pay your rent for get a place for you and pay up to 6 months in rent. I'm not sure if that is still available as well. And you can also seek medical, right? And all this is go and find us out at the closest social welfare in your district, in your area, where you can get access information further in that case. Job searching and skill building. So, as I said before, they had to be out there. You had to be out there. You had to look at people everybody use their phones. To me, everybody have a phone. Don't say a 5-year-old or a 2-year-old have a phone. So use your time to do a lot of job search. It is very vital. Come off the TikTok and the bacchanal and the this one bar talking, this one on TikTok and this one making a life with this one on TikTok, and start doing some job searches. I see on Facebook every day there's a career page. But there's something I have to tell you too. If people don't know, you see a lot of businesses or institutions post up job vacancies, right? But what some people don't know, it is mandatory that they post these vacancies to the public. It's a mandatory thing. But what people don't know is that the internal department gets the first choice. So if you are already working there internally and you want to move over to that department, or you want to get a promotion to do something to make more money because you study and you get your documentation and whatever, they always give internal first choice. And then it is posted to the public. And mind you, it always have who know who. Your mother friend, your auntie friend, your cousin friend, and thing, and they pull you in to get a job. So when you see these vacancies now, and you apply for these vacancies, they are literally no longer available, you know. But because of mandatory purposes, they post the vacancies. But most of the time, but let me not say most, half of the time, it is already occupied by someone else. Could be internal or who know who. Because they know in this sweet island of Trinidad and Tobago, there's who know who. Right? Skill building. Even though you have whatever credits or whatever certificates or whatever degrees or whatever, and you still cannot get a job in that sector where you studied, always look for something else to do where you can build yourself and you can always use that to fall back on. You can always use this new skill that you learn to fall back on. They can either go and try to do something in the medical field. There are different courses that are out there. Yes, some of them are a bit expensive, but they are different. They have payment plans. So it comes like you don't have an excuse. You don't have an excuse. So do some skill building and build yourself. So in case anything opens up, you have so many skills, you did so many different things in these institutions that you have your certificates that you can fall back on anyone. So the money you're taking to go and play frontline, do some skill building. Go and do a course. Make sure you create enough things on your job specs that you can fall in the line of anywhere. Make yourself marketable. So that is one thing. So don't only use where you was working before as a skill set alone. The Ministry of Community Development, they and all are giving you free courses. Either it's balloon making, upholstery, become an upholsterer, tiling. Because expand yourself. Where you can make yourself marketable so you don't have to wait on somebody to call you for a job. You can even create an entrepreneurship within you. When you're going to you learn to do tiling, here what? Christmas coming up. Let me make myself marketable. Create that employment for you. Balloon making, everybody have an event. I never see children so there's a birthday party. I didn't have a birthday party until I was 6. 1 year old having bashment. Go and learn to do balloon making. And create that employment for yourself. Advertise. These are the things that you can do even though you are still waiting on that phone call. You don't have an excuse that you don't have money to go and learn a skill, but the skill is there for you. The government has the skill for you. The Ministry of Community Development has the skill for you, and it is in your district. I see it in a lot of places, in schools, after work. Build yourself to market yourself. When you say, all right, HR plane, they don't want to call me, they can't call me. You bust your style because why? You create an entrepreneurship within yourself that you can even market yourself to get jobs. You know what people looking for a tile person? Somebody with tiling. You know much people, and people who do tiling, they make a lot of money, especially this Christmas season. So that is one thing. Upskill. Use downtime, and this is what I said before. Use your downtime for online courses. certifications, example, tech and trade. Those are one of the two money-making areas. Because somebody phone always needs to fix, somebody computer always needs to fix. You always need an AC, man, because you have to clean the AC. If you ain't clean the AC for the year, better you take it down. Because that AC dirty. You always need an AC, somebody with AC. You always, as I said, a tradesperson, you always need somebody to do masonry, tiling. These are the things you need to do for yourselves. Network. Connect with former colleagues. Attend industry events. Use professional sites like Caribbean Jobs. Caribbean Jobs is a very popular one. You can use Caribbean Jobs. Facebook and these different places have different groups where you can network with people. Networking is important. And this is where I would tell you the serious thing. Networking meaning, and I will add this. You see them kind of friends you have that are not going to motivate you, that will not encourage you. Those are the ones that you need to let go in 2025. Rest them down in 2025. Because you need to be in a circle where you have motivators, people to uplift you. Somebody that will call you and say, hey, Naka, it have this thing going on here, this conference, come to this conference. You will be surprised at the amount of people that you meet. And where you can market yourself. I always say, if I cannot go in a circle where I can progress and network and build me, I don't want to be in that circle. That is why I always tell people, my circle is very small, like a dot. So we're going for a break and we'll continue more because I want you all to really understand. We'll be right back.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Are you reliable, self-motivated, a good communicator, and experienced in sales? Then Good Price Wholesalers is the right opportunity for you. We are looking for individuals to join our sales team in Central and South. Applicants must have their own vehicle, sales experience, good communication skills, and a strong work ethic. If you're ready to be part of a committed and professional team, we want to hear from you. Visit us at number 5 La Pastora Road, Santa Cruz, or call 338-9884 for serious inquiries.
I'm Smith. Have you ever wondered what a man is thinking? Have you ever wondered why a man does what he does? Well, join us on our new show called A Man's Perspective, right here on Real TV on Mondays 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., where we discuss just that. The points, the clues to get into a man's mind, right here on Real TV, bringing reality to you.
Ready to take your sales career to the next level? If you have a passion for connecting with clients, building meaningful relationships, and delivering results, we want you on our team. Join a dynamic, motivated environment where your experience matters, your ideas are valued, and your drive defines your success. Step into a role with real opportunity. Join the sales team at Real TV, where your future begins.
Call us today at 292-6470 or WhatsApp us at 384 292-647-142. You can also send an email to realtv.corporate@gmail.com.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Welcome back. So we're talking about, we're continuing with the unemployment, and I have a video that I want to show, and this is an important one, and I think this will, a lot of us will further understand. This person, I think he's a content creator, and he had this to say on this topic.
Unemployment and the brain drain in Trinidad and Tobago. Honestly, this is a topic that we got to talk about, because I find every time a media house talks about this topic, they are not doing proper research or an investigation to showcase that there are ways for people right here in Trinidad and Tobago to get employed or learn how to gain employment through companies outside of Trinidad, bring in foreign exchange, and live comfortably right here in Trinidad. We don't talk enough about those people. So let me just go through this article real quick and let me highlight some things that I really didn't like. So hundreds of young and qualified skilled persons in TNT are struggling to make a living, right? And the prospect of earning a decent living or holding a secure position within their qualified fields has become nearly impossible in 2022. My first problem is most students are doing degrees or doing their masters in fields that are irrelevant to Trinidad and Tobago, or the job market is oversaturated. So my question is, are you even doing your homework to look at the job market post your degree? Because if you are doing degrees into industries that, again, the job market is saturated, you're not just going to get a job just because you now have a master's. It's not going to work like that. This is the reality in sweet TNT, where you have a degree or a master's and still have to fight up like a man or woman with no qualifications. Listen, there are people that have no degrees, no masters, that are making a killing because they have skills that are needed in the market. That's all it boils down to. If you have the skills that are needed in the market that you are in, you are going to either be able to start your own business or you're going to get employed. It has nothing to do with your master's or degree. Especially if you have these things, if you have degrees in industries that are oversaturated and irrelevant. And then I see this, that they have a degree, they have a master's, and then they're talking about how, it grinds their gears that they do everything as young people to get the jobs and they're getting ignored. The reality is that the majority of you are not doing everything. You're not doing everything because job hunting in 2022 has changed. Are you keeping up with best practices to get jobs? The majority of you are not. Case in point, how many of you watching this video even know what an ATS resume is? How many of you? Then there's this. Very few jobs going around in Trinidad and Tobago. Professionals, doctors, young lawyers, engineers are all going underemployed or unemployed. Man, how many engineers and doctors do we need in a small market like Trinidad? If you guys continue to do the things, get degrees in oversaturated markets, of course you're not going to get jobs. We have tons of needs, but people are not learning relevant skills or doing the relevant things to get jobs. And that's where I think recruiters, schools, agencies are failing everybody.
And in that video, you made sense, because we have thousands of people graduating every year. Thousands. And out of those thousands, a lot of them are studying business. Plenty business places cannot hire everybody who do business management, business administration. Because, as he said, it is oversaturated. And that's why I'm seeing a lot of people now that who did industrial and so forth, they are now working in Suriname, they are in Guyana. I know somebody personally, he's an electrician, and he said, how much electricians they need? The amount of electricians that are out there, that the market is a fight. It's a fight of survival. So he then picked up himself and he went to Suriname. And now he's living in Suriname, employed as an electrician. Because right now out here, it's a fight. It's a fight for a spot. Because we have so many people who do business management. We have so many people who do business on the whole. So it's a who can get the spot first. The same thing with doctors and lawyers. And that's what we were talking about earlier today. That lawyers not making much money. Especially those that now graduated, not making much money. Because the amount of lawyers we have in Trinidad and Tobago. It is a fight for survival. That's why he said you need to find skill sets that is needed in the country at this point in time. Study something that you know not much people go into. To me, that's the only way you can survive out here. So we're going back. Explore options. Consider freelancing, online or local, or starting a small business using your severance funds. And I will tell you all this. When I finished studying, I was home for a while. Because I finished studying in the height of the pandemic. So you know nobody wasn't employing nobody at that point in time. So I had to find a way. And what I did, I started online teaching to make a little money. Online teaching, I was teaching online. And then as well, I was doing business letters, administrative letters from home. And I had to do that to bring an income for me. And that is something you can do as well. Freelance. If all you only know, tell some freelancers just make real money, eh? Because they are not obligated to one institution. So that is something you can always think about as well. Am I doing this for me to help you? Helping each other. All these are things that you could sit down and say, here what? I home, I had to make some money, things hard, I'm trying to see about. Let me see what avenues I can go through. Stay informed. That is the next thing. Monitor local economic indicators to understand opportunities. Mental health and well-being. This is important because plenty all here unemployed and frustrated. Right now, it's how people walk in the streets frustrated because they can't even buy a bread. So you now have to make sure that your mental health is what is important. Because if you are a person that has a family, your mental health is not only for you, you know. It's for you in order to make sure that your family is okay, even though you're going through the struggles, the financial struggles and the drains financially. You have to think about your mental being because it has some people who mentally frustrated, you know. If anybody know, I should have read that on the news. I should have brought up that story. A woman right here in Trinidad and Tobago over the weekend, I think it was either Friday or Saturday, drank a substance and killed herself because of financial stress. And I will get that story. I will look it up before I leave here. Drank a substance and killed herself due to financial stress and left a letter for her family saying she can't take it anymore. That's to tell you how people are frustrated. You're opening your cupboard and your cupboard dry. You only seen cockroach dancing tango. Because you have no money. These are the stresses that these people now have to go through in this Christmas season. And then make it worse. Banga season coming the following month. So you can't see your way. All these things. Think about your mental health and your mental well-being. It's not only for you, but it's for your family. Acknowledge feelings. Allow time to process the stress, but avoid getting stuck. Because you are so overwhelmed by not having a job and want to know when the next dollar coming or when the next meal coming, that you start to get so stressed that you get stuck. And you know what a stuck is? Where you're just mentally stuck and you don't know where to start. You don't know how to continue. So within your subconscious, you start to get complacent because your mind starts to play tricks on you. When you're stressed, after that sometimes you accept that you're stressed, and then your mind starts to play tricks on you, and your body gets complacent where sometimes you don't know where to go, how to start, how to continue. All of those things. So you have to acknowledge, I tell you what, I'm unemployed, I ain't have no money, but I have to find a way. Acknowledge those feelings. We're going for a break, and when we come back, we will get down more into the topic. Stay tuned.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us. I am Zalisa Budusing Rupani, inviting you to join me for the rebirth of Apne Sitare, Our Stars, a vibrant and spectacular show celebrating the incredible local talents of the sons and daughters of Trinidad and Tobago. Experience the beauty of our culture through singing, dancing, and musical performances as we keep the arts alive and shining bright. Tune in right here on Real TV every Sunday from 1 p.m. for Apne Sitare, Our Stars. See you there. You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
So we're talking about ways that how we can deal with unemployment. Things that we can always look into in assisting us and dealing with the stresses of not having a job, not providing for your family. So create structure, maintain daily routines, exercise, meals, job search to build consistency. So when you have this routine that you do on a daily basis, you will get accustomed and it will show some sort of consistency. Because you have to job search every day. Every day you have to job search. Beat pavement sometimes. Right now some of these warehouses probably need workers. But you cannot sit down and mope. Because moping don't pay Uncle Sam. Moping don't pay the landlord. And moping can't buy no rice, flour, bread and cheese. You have to get up and get it. Somehow. Once it is in an honest way. But you have to get up and get it. Because moping do not pay the bills. You can't walk into your auntie and tell them you're moping. And you can't tell what's you're moping. So all of these things you have to do, get up and get. Stay active. Use physical activity and healthy eating to manage stress. Because right now, I'm telling you, real people stressed out here. Real people frustrated out here. Knowing that they're unemployed. I saw a young lady in my area, and I have to applaud her. I never really had a conversation with her, but I realized that she was home for a while. She was home for a while, she wasn't doing anything, and that was the case. And she decided to pick up herself. That is what you call ambition. She decided to pick up herself, and she said the little money that she made, probably cleaning somebody's house. I don't know, I think it was cleaning for a lady, but the lady ended up passing away. And she said she saved her money to buy a cracker. She bought that cracker, and she had one pot. And she said, you know what, I tell her, I said, hey, you know, buy something, support your business. You see, a small, humble business. And in the morning, I bought a pastry from her. And walking in the morning, I had a little ample time to talk. And I say, oh, what make you, I say, you have a food batch? I say, make sure you have your food batch. She said, yeah, she now went and gets it and so forth. I said, nice. I said, oh, we end up coming out. She said, She said, I'm going to tell you something. I was home and I was frustrated. She said, until many times she wanted to kill herself. And a neighbor, realizing, talking with the neighbor, bought a pack of flour and potato and oil and tell her, here what, you could cook, girl. Why you want to fry some pies and sell by the school? And she decided to do that. And now, I have to applaud her again. She has a small business right by the school, where she's renting a little spot right by the school. She made enough money, saved her money, and is able, now she don't only sell pastry, she's selling pizzas and whatever, and making her money. Because she said since after the pandemic, they never rehired her. So she was unemployed during the pandemic, and she has two small children, with no father presence. So she had to find a way to make ends meet, to supply for her children. And she said, I don't mind staying hungry, but my children have to eat. And hats off to that neighbor, because that's what you need as well. You need that support from the people in your area, your community, your family. Very ambitious young lady. Living in a smaller place, But she makes it comfortable for her and her children. And she started off with a cracker, 1 pot, and whatever you use to scoop for the oil or whatever. And she started off selling aloo pie on a morning to school children. Now her business has grown and flourished because she didn't sit down and mope. She tell herself she has to get up and get because she has to supply for her children because they don't have a father to supply for them. And I really give her hats off. Now she's selling pastries, different things, pizzas. Because she decided that she's not going to be a victim. Because some of us who are unemployed like to be a victim. Some, not all. Sometimes you have to stop being, yes, you'll be feeling a type of way. Because being unemployed is not an easy thing to go through, especially as an adult. If you're 19, 20 and you're still home by mommy and daddy and whatever, you know, they will still give you a little pocket change. But being unemployed as an adult is a very frustrating and mentally draining situation. Especially when you want to achieve certain things in your life. And you are prohibited from doing that because you cannot get employment. But sometimes we have to take our trials and make it into a triumph. And the only way we can let that happen is we have to get up. We have to get up. I know a lot of people who lost their jobs personally. Lost their jobs recently. And one of them in particular, he came and did some work home by me. Very ambitious fella. And he said, no, I can't even finish build my home. I said, you can finish build your home. Because you have a skill. He's very neat in everything that he do. He takes his job seriously. Very efficient. And he still goes, he will go beyond his job spec. And I really admire him for that. And he told me, he said, I had plans to finish my living room, but he can do it for himself, but you have to get material. And he had plans to finish a lot of things for the Christmas. And now, he has to slow down, or he has some of the things he has to come to a stop. He was even studying how he was getting books for his son. But one thing, he allows his ambition to drive him. He works very hard. And he said, hey, right now I'm looking for work, anybody you know. Please. Because he said he cried like a baby when he walked in that office and was given a letter. Because he said he went to bed with the dreams of giving his son the best for school to wake up to a reality. That's to tell you how abrupt that happened. I remember where I was working in a communication institution, and I was there for a while, and we didn't get a letter. They made sure they gave us a good party for the Christmas season, And the 30th of January, no, the 30th of December, we got an email stating, thank you for your services. It was one dry email. But thank God, I was home by my parents. I saw people run out of that building, bawling their eyes out. Because they didn't know what to do. One of the girls had to take her child out of the private school and was fishing to get him into a public school. Because she didn't have no means, she didn't have no money to continue her school payment. I saw people run out of that building, bawling, losing their mind. I know a lot of people got their cars repossessed. Who got severance? Remember when they get your severance, Uncle Sam coming in on. Because when he see that money in the account, he taking over everything that you borrow. So then at the end of the day, they were left with nothing. And then have to fight to look for a job. I know some of them who paying rent and cannot and have to end up when they got retrenched. When we were retrenched, that is the word. When we got retrenched, some of them was doing delivery driving for KFC, for these different fast food places. So we're going for a break and we're coming back because we're down to the last leg. And this is Bridging the Gap. This is unemployment. And you know this is an important, intense topic that we must address in our daily lives. Stay tuned.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Are you reliable, self-motivated, a good communicator, and experienced in sales? Then Good Price Wholesalers is the right opportunity for you. We are looking for individuals to join our sales team in Central and South. Applicants must have their own vehicle, sales experience, good communication skills, and a strong work ethic. If you're ready to be part of a committed and professional team, we want to hear from you. Visit us at number 5 La Pastora Road, Santa Cruz, or call 338-9884 for serious inquiries.
I'm Smith. Have you ever wondered what a man is thinking? Have you ever wondered why a man does what he does? Well, join us on our new show called A Man's Perspective, right here on Real TV on Mondays 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., where we discuss just that. The points, the clues to get into a man's mind, right here on Real TV, bringing reality to you.
Ready to take your sales career to the next level? If you have a passion for connecting with clients, building meaningful relationships, and delivering results, we want you on our team. Join a dynamic, motivated environment where your experience matters, your ideas are valued, and your drive defines your success. Step into a role with real opportunity. Join the sales team at Real TV, where your future begins.
Call us today at 292-6470 or WhatsApp us at 384 292-647-142. You can also send an email to realtv.corporate@gmail.com.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
And we are back and we are down to the last leg of Bridging the Gap today. And you know, we talk about unemployment and different things that you can, different avenues you can take, knowing that at this point in time you are currently unemployed, right? And then it have something else, seek support. Support is something that you really need. You need people to talk to, family, friends, or mental health professionals is needed. These are key factors for the people in Trinidad at this point in time. And where I got this wonderful information, thanks to the Newsday webpage that I got this information, I had to jot down what I take out and put in, put in. But you need to seek professional help if you cannot, if you know you have no family members or you have no friends to talk to. And as I told you all before in one of the shows before, that there are free counselors that are available in different areas that you can seek. And there's always a hotline. There's a hotline that you can access where you can talk to a professional for 24/7 around the clock. If you are going through that mental drain, if you have family members that you can talk to and you know, they can uplift you in that light, in that spirit, in terms of giving you assistance. Assistance could only mean, you know, if you have your children like home during the Christmas vacation, you can watch your kids while you go outside there and look for employment. You have that moral support, you have that back, that they are your backbone. Seek that. If you don't have friends, some people don't like to tell family their business. So they will more quicker have that close friend and let them know the kind of financial stress that they are experiencing and going through. So, all these are things that I want you all to always have in perspective. You can go to the social welfare and see if you can access any of these things, the food cards, the housing, the medical. You can access these things. Use your time. Forget about the bacchanal going on in the TikTok lives. And use that time to look for employment. There are employment on Facebook pages. There are even employment. I saw a few TikTok pages were showing that employment, even when you're walking through the cities, it could be Arima, it could be San Fernando, it could be Port of Spain. They are always watching these glass doors where they say help is needed or help wanted. Look at that. Look out for those things. Because at the end of the day, times are getting harder. Prices are getting higher. The money funny. And the change is strange. So you have to get up and get. And even if you cannot get employment out there, market yourself. Whatever skill set you have, market yourself and get out there and see if you can make money on your own. And even that could help you build your business and your brand. So don't always think as somebody who have to work for somebody, but you can also work for yourself and build yourself, build your brand, market yourself. These are the things that we need to put in perspective and always have that in our mind. Even though you are unemployed now, this is not the end of the world. I know you are frustrated. I know you are going through it. But it is not at the end of the world. Think about your mental health and your mental well-being. It is important. And those of you who home and don't want to work, come out of the workless unemployment mindset. Get up and look for a job. Because it is not guaranteed. You will get a woman to mind you, or you may get a man to mind you. Come out of that mindset and get up and get it on your own. Think about being ambitious. Because no right-thinking woman is going to look for a man that is lackadaisical and lazy, and vice versa with men. So get up and get. And let us become positive people. Let us progress in life. This is just a storm. But a storm does always pass, and you know what has come out? The rainbow. Don't forget that. Thank you for joining me. It's Monday. Tomorrow we have more in store for you. And it's just the beginning of the week. So stay tuned with what's Bridging the Gap, and I will end with Simple Simon. Hilarious Simple Simon. Thank you. Certified Samson. Thank you, thank you, producer. Certified Samson. You see, that's it all. I don't be on social media. I don't be back when them things so much, you know. But Certified Samson, right? We'll leave you all there. Be safe on the nation's road. Love in the house. Love and guidance. God bless.
Hey, get up. Get up, get up, get up. Upon Jumele looking like a bum. A B-U-M. You know what is that? A bum? I hope no woman talking to you. Look at all the food and things. Mommy, I still eating the food, man. Do for girl. I go eating later. Chumel, this real disgusting. Underneath your foot black like charcoal. What's the big mug you drinking and you can find a cup? Nah, mommy, I wasn't finding no other cup. I had to drink from I put on my foot with Ezekiel. I go and put on my foot with you, Jumel. Your work's no way, your drawers no pay, you're unemployed. Get up for me, get up. Look at that vest you have on. If your vest bust up, so your boxers definitely pull on your pants for me. Jumel, your boxers just go to church more than you. Look how holy that is. Jumel, get out my house for me. Get out until you find out what. Yeah, but mommy, what want to eat? Yeah, Potom can find food outside. You can find food too. Get outside for me. Get. Go. Yo, who certified scoop? Go and find out work there. I'll never forget this, my mom. Okay.